Hi, my name's Kate and I'm an e-commerce consultant and growth marketer. And I'm here to tell you why all Shopify stores should be moving to GA4 now and not later. Firstly, Google launched GA4 or Google Analytics 4 in October 2020. Now, you might have seen that little announcement at the top of your browser in Universal Analytics, which would be your current Google Analytics account. But really, there was no impetus for any of us to move and none of us took much notice. Then earlier this year, in 2022, Google announced that Universal Analytics would stop receiving data from about July 2023. This was a bit of a shock announcement and no one really knew how to react. Does that mean, though, that you should be waiting until July 2023 to move to GA4? And my answer to that is absolutely not, and I'm here to show you why. My first reason is when you set up GA4 for the first time, you are starting from an absolutely empty account. There is absolutely no data in this account and you will be needing to create a brand new account. That data is only going to start recording and populating once you do set up GA4. So the earlier, the better. And this is really because of the second reason, which is that there's no ability to import your historical data from Universal Analytics into GA4. So what this really means is that the longer you wait, the more manual work you're going to have to do in terms of comparing data. And why do we care about comparing data? Well, because comparison is absolutely everything in data. All of our individual metrics such as sessions, conversion rate, ad clicks, these numbers mean absolutely nothing in the absence of context. Context is when we look at comparing them month on month and year on year. So if you're having to do that between GA4 and a Universal Analytics account, it's going to be a little bit painful and you're likely to do less of it, which means you're going to miss out on growth opportunities for your store. The third reason is that GA4 integration with e-commerce tracking is not at all straightforward. Unfortunately, we don't have a Shopify native integration at the time of this recording. I'll certainly be updating this channel when that does happen, along with full instructions. But at the moment, it is a bit of a process because what we have to do is add, firstly, a data layer to our Shopify store, which is code that will send that information through to Google Tag Manager. And Google Tag Manager, through tags and triggers, will then collect that information and send it through to Google Analytics 4. Unfortunately, this is the only way we are able to have a full enhanced e-commerce setup with GA4 at this stage, but we're hoping for a Shopify native integration soon. That said, you shouldn't be waiting for that to happen before integrating GA4 with your store now. Reason number 4 is that Google is deleting your Universal Analytics data from July 2023. By July 2023, you will only be able to access about 6 months of data when Universal Analytics does stop collecting it. So that means you'll really need to start backing up your data now. There's a couple of different options. Obviously, you can export manual CSVs, you can use Google Sheets, you can even use a tool such as BigQuery and then import that data into an analysis tool such as Power BI or Google Data Studio. But unfortunately, if you do want to access that historical Universal Analytics data, you will need to back it up in order to access it ongoing. And as I mentioned, comparison is everything. And so you're going to want to have that historical data at your disposal. Now, if you do find this a little bit overwhelming, I do have an online course called Google Analytics 4 for e-commerce where you can learn to master Google's latest analytics platform to grow your e-commerce store revenue. And in this course, I will be teaching you the best practice integrations, including a step-by-step solution for Shopify. I'm going to take you through the fundamentals of GA4 and how to draw insights from those reports. I'm also going to run through exploration reports, automated insights, audiences and segments as they relate to e-commerce specifically, and exactly how you can use them in order to draw those insights that are going to grow your revenue. I'll also finally show you how to back up your Universal Analytics data so that you can compare year on year without any interruption. Plus, I also am going to include some Google Data Studio dashboards that are entirely ready for GA4, and you can connect them and start analyzing your data straight away and creating your custom reports. If you have any questions, thank you so much for watching this video. Please drop me a line at ga4forecommerce.com. I'll be glad to answer them or just reply as a comment to this video. Thanks.